Tansen Atute Magtiar Wheatley, Nisagahasun, Opasqueacoche. Tawau, welcome to APTN National News. Nunavut MP Lori Idlout is calling on the federal government to take immediate action on Nunavut's hunger crisis by an expedited investigation into the cost of food and the effectiveness of the Nutrition North program. Justin Hardy reports.
Nutrition North is a program intended to help make nutritious food and some essential items more affordable and accessible. Last year, the federal government announced an external review into the program, which will report back on the effectiveness of Nutrition North in 2026. The program is overseen by the Ministry of Northern and Arctic Affairs under Minister Rebecca Chartrand. Nunavut MP Lori Idlout is urging Chartrand to have the review expedited, saying in a letter to the minister, quote, "The rate of hunger in Nunavut should be a national embarrassment. The cost of food is out of control. Today, 42% of Inuit children arrive at school hungry, more than anywhere else in Canada. I hear from single mothers who survive on less than $1,100 a month, nowhere near enough to feed their children. The hunger crisis grows worse by the week." Along with speeding up the review, Idlout is also calling for the minister to have an interim report prepared that includes recommendations for action and an investigation into price increases. So far, Minister Chartrand has not provided comment. Justin Hardy, APTN National News, Iqaluit.
Kinanaskamitin Justin. The Premier of British Columbia held a press conference recently to talk about the province's major projects that are scheduled. Premier David Eby says BC is on track to become the economic engine that will drive forward major infrastructure, creating thousands of jobs and training opportunities. Eby says that all major projects must have First Nation people as partners moving forward and ahead, and with ongoing pressure from tariffs from the United States. The Premier says BC is aligned with the Prime Minister's vision of building an economy that is strong and supports all Canadians.
There's a clear choice for our province here. One is to build projects and do so in partnership with First Nations to ensure stability and jobs and prosperity for the entire province. We have more than 8 major mining projects in final permitting. Half are expected to reach final investment decision in the next year. We have billions of investment in jobs and opportunities for British Columbians coming to final investment decision in the energy sector as well. LNG Canada Phase 2, as well as the Silisms LNG project are both, we expect, reaching final investment decision in the next year.
The Cody First Nation celebrated what they called a historic day for their nation last week. Band members held a blessing ceremony at the Kamsack Courthouse that's located at the town's Legion Hall. The event marks another step towards reconciliation. Starting next year, a local elder will be available for prayer, smudge, and guidance for both victims and offenders during court sessions every Tuesday. Cody First Nation says it will build trustful relationships, provide alternative support, and decrease the number of offenses while using traditional teachings.
Have one of our community leaders, our cultural people, sitting here in the courthouse with a friendly face, cultural knowledge of our traditional ways, support not only for the offenders but the victims as well.
The new initiative is funded by Cody First Nation. In Winnipeg, a school's name that was a reminder of colonial connections will be renamed to reflect the land instead. The Wolseley School will be renamed Little Blue Stem for the next school year. In 2020, a petition to rename Wolseley School due to the history of colonialism in the name gained attention and signatures. On December 16, 2025, the Winnipeg School Division announced the renaming of Wolseley School to Little Blue Stem after community members voted on the new name. Wolseley School is currently named after Garnet Wolseley, a British general who led the Red River Expedition in 1870 against Louis Riel in Manitoba and led colonial campaigns. The change will take place starting in the 2026-2027 school year. Little Blue Stem is named after a prairie grass native to the neighborhood. The school division says that the Métis community thrived and bison once fed on the grass. And coming up, we take you east to Thunder Bay and Val-d'Or. Don't go anywhere. Chesqua. Pitigua, welcome back. For nearly 30 years, the Underground Gym and Youth Center has served underprivileged youth in Thunder Bay. Though not by design, the gym has found itself to be a gathering place for local First Nations children and youth. The gym's founder attributes that to a level of comfort Indigenous kids have, adding that the center could not function without community support. APTN's Mike McDonald reports.
Among the many donations made to the underground gym over the years is a school bus, which gym founder Peter Panetta uses to pick up the kids from their homes. The children decided on a color scheme and even gave it a nickname, the Cool Bus. Panetta says the underground has been able to stay open thanks to a caring community that has been supporting it for nearly 3 decades.
Community support. It's really that simple. Donations. People definitely care about the children, and every time there's a downslide and I put in a request, then it comes back up again. So it's been like that for 27 years.
On this day, the children are making their own gingerbread houses, with materials and supervision provided by volunteers. Panetta is something of a grandfather figure in this environment, offering his support wherever it's needed.
I buzz around supervising. I give them piggyback rides. I tie rollerblades so they can go rollerblading. I just basically, I give hugs if they need a hug. And I access different things for them. Play. Sometimes I shoot hoops with them. And I coach. Yeah.
Though his energy level may suggest otherwise, Panetta will soon turn 76 years old. While he has had some health setbacks, he continues with the day-to-day operation of the gym, as it has become an integral part of his life.
I honestly believe that they're the ones that are keeping me healthy and alive. Being involved with the children in so many factors that I don't know. I sometimes think to myself, you know what? You only got a few years left. Really, go enjoy yourself. Once I'm away from those children for even a week or two, I have to be back with them. It's just, they're in my heart. But I will admit, I am exhausted when I get home. When I get home around 8:30 at night, that's it. I have a little snack and I'm crashed. I'm done.
No trouble sleeping then?
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all.
Parents assist with the upkeep of the underground. They say it provides children with opportunities they otherwise couldn't access through other means.
I think it gives a lot actually, because there's a lot of kids that they benefit from it. They get boxing, arts and crafts, gymnastics, swimming, horseback riding, things like that.
Peter's just an amazing all-around guy, and what he does is just, I can't thank him enough. I help out with the food and cooking where I can and doing what I can with him, and the kids they do look at him as like a Mashomas, and he is a great man to be around.
In order for the underground to continue offering its programs free of charge, they are putting the call out for donations. Information can be found on their website, undergroundgym.ca. Mike McDonald, APTN National News, Thunder Bay.
Kinaskamitin, Mike. After 50 years of waiting, the Anishinaabe community of Kitasakic finally has access to electricity. It is one of the last communities in the country to be without power, costing $35 million. Nearly 2,000 poles were installed over 70 kilometers to serve this community located southeast of Val d'Or in northwestern Quebec. Stephanie Siv was at the celebration.
At the age of 73, Louisa Papati has learned something new: how to use a smart thermostat. Her house is now equipped with 5 heaters.
Louisa, tu viens-tu signer un contrat? Moi, j'ai un contrat, j'ai compris ici, je vais travailler.
C'était pas pour faire travailler.
Non, c'est un contrat de ça, là.
Louisa is reminiscing about the Hydro-Quebec contract she co-signed back in 2022. A signing that finally happened after many unsuccessful attempts that stretch back decades. Bringing electricity to her community of Kitasakic is something that even her father would have liked to see happen in his lifetime. During the connection celebration, Indigenous Service Minister Mandy Galmasti mentioned that this co-development will have a major impact.
On peut vraiment amener quelque chose de spécial dans la région, pas juste pour atteindre une meilleure qualité de vie, mais de vraiment changer la réalité pour les jeunes qui restent ici dans la région, dans la communauté.
Everyone celebrated the connection.
Ce moment historique sera gravé dans le cœur de ses habitants, du plus jeune au plus âgé. Il restera également imprégné dans la mémoire de cette collectivité qui a tant espéré son arrivée.
The elder of the council, 67-year-old Catherine Anishinaapeho, joked about finally getting a good night's sleep.
Je me suis dit cette nuit que c'est mon cœur que j'attends battre après tant d'années de sommeil. C'est mon cœur à cette heure que j'attends. Ce ne sera plus ma génératrice.
Catherine hears the sound of her generator, even though it is no longer running. She remembered how she used to create light.
On appelle ça des plats en fer avec du linge tissé. Puis qu'on mettait de l'huile ou bien qu'on mettait de la graisse, puis on s'allumait avec ça. Je l'ai connu quand j'étais petite.
J'ai pas encore les drôles chez nous. Je marche encore au bois de chauffage. Mais ouais, en gros, ouais. Tu sais, c'est temps-ci, je pensais.
Hydro will be connected at Terra Penosway's place soon.
J'ai regardé mon père faire son bois de chauffage. Puis, quand je pense toujours j'assiste, ça va faciliter la vie des gens parce que ça n'a vraiment pas été facile pour mon père.
Of the 90 houses in the community, about 10 did not meet the standards for connection. So firewood will continue to be used in those homes. But concerns over upkeeping generators in most of the community will soon be a thing of the past.
On est une génération de génératrices, donc on doit toujours regarder, il faut aller mettre du gaz, il faut aller rentrer du bois, ces affaires-là. Ça, c'est toutes des choses qu'on fait de façon automatique, okay? Parce qu'on est en mode survie, okay?
Former Chief Jimmy Papati says that this will also mean big monthly savings, since he was spending $50 a day on gas despite a discount at the pump. It remains to be seen whether the electricity bill will be less expensive. But Papati is thankful for the arrival of what he calls the electric messiah, which brings much more than just electricity.
Pour nous, recevoir un cadeau comme ça, c'est on va commencer à vivre, puis commencer à penser à l'avenir, puis faire des projets. Puis,
allez-y dans vos projets, vous m'en parliez hier.
Ouais, là, on parle des projets ici, on parle de négocier avec le Québec un corridor 117, établir des infrastructures là, comme dépanneurs, stations de gaz, motels, ces choses-là, là, pour faire travailler notre monde.
After highlighting the important contribution of the former CEO of Hydro-Québec, Sophie Brochu, Papati presented a symbolic gift to the new CEO, Claudine Bouchard.
On a des choses bien positives dans la vie.
The convenience electricity brings means Louisa has plans for major purchases.
Le micro-ondes, le congélateur, frigidaire, le poêle.
She would also like to have a washer and dryer, but for that, she will have to wait for the messiah of running water. But no one knows when that will happen. Stéphanie Desèvres, APTN National News, Kitasakic in Quebec.
Tabwegiche Stephanie, we now want to share with you the results to last week's web poll questions. Our first question we asked was, has Canada made progress on reconciliation in the 10 years since the Truth and Reconciliation Commission released its final report? 25% said yes, 59% said no, and 16% were unsure. Our second question that we asked was, do you think governments act quickly enough when children are at risk? 7% said yes, a whopping 83% said no, and 10% were unsure. Finally, our last question that we asked was, are you spending more on Christmas this year than last year? 17% said yes, 65% said no, and 18% said about the same. And our 12 Days of Christmas is back with a new Indigenous language. See which one right after the break. Cheskwa. Tawau, welcome back. Starting on the East Coast, St. John's 3 degrees, Charlottetown -4. Kuujjuaq -19, and Nukjuaq -14. Chibougamau is -18, while Quebec City is -12. North Bay -7, also -7, Sault Ste. Marie. Big Trout Lake is -23, while Kapuskasing is -21. Churchill -29, Thompson -25. Barons River is -20, while Gimli is -25. North Battleford -19, Regina -12. Uranium City -35, Larange is at -22. Moving west, high level -27, Peace River -24. Edmonton is at -16, Calgary +2. Quesnel -2, Kamloops +2. Dease Lake -29, Prince Rupert -4. Moving north, Old Crow -38, Mayo -41. Norman Wells -25, Fort Simpson is at -33. Tuktoyaktuk -16, Colville Lake -24. Cambridge Bay is at -21, while Baker Lake is -22. Arctic Bay -30, and Igloolik -21. Reclaiming Indigenous languages was big in 2025, including here at APTN. This season, we bring you the APTN version of 12 Days of Christmas, and today we get one more day closer to the big day. Take a listen for some Antsinu teachings or Ojikri from St. Teresa Point in Manitoba.
Raymond Fletch Jenicas, I am Chief St. Teresa Point First Nation. And here is my beautiful wife. She'll introduce us.
My name is Rhonda Flood. I'm the principal for middle year school. Makse. Makse is a feast. Makse. So in our community, they say who's having a feast, they'll just announce it and you can just go. You don't need an invitation, you just go. And then they'll feed you. Makse Dizaka is Christmas Day. Makse Dizaka.
Extended family, they get together and they exchange gifts, and it's part of the love and the unity. Do you know what else happens back home?
What's that?
We get programs, our community programs, do activities. They pick a day during the Christmas season. And then they do activities all day with the community. Tanapun. It's a place of dwelling, right? That's how we say it. Tanapuning. Oh, I got a turkey word for you.
Okay.
Because traditionally during Christmas, and everybody's getting together and having a feast. Sometimes our members, when they host something like that, it's all traditional food. But in the last few years, or sometimes they'll throw in a turkey. And turkey in our language is mithethe. Mithethe.
Awesome. A new docuseries airing on APTN in the new year will take the viewers into some of Turtle Island's most beautiful wild spaces while telling that story of iconic animals. The first episode of the 7-part series airs on January 8th, and the series will be narrated by Tantu Cardinal. Jesse Botner, one of the creators and producers of Animal Nation, joined our Dennis Ward earlier.
Jesse, thanks so much for being with us here, and congrats on the new series. Wondering if you could tell us a bit about the idea behind Animal Nation.
Well, thanks so much for having me. And the idea of Animal Nation is that it was a little bit of a hybrid project. On the one hand, you have your straightforward blue chip type of filmmaking and storytelling that we all accept nature documentaries, you know, amazing animals, beautiful landscapes. But then one of the cornerstones behind the project was sort of to include sort of the missing voices, the lost data streams that come from the Indigenous communities have been living alongside all these animals and variety of animals for thousands of years. So wanting to include their knowledge sources and their strengths and their activities into the overall scientific conversation that surrounds these animals.
Yeah, definitely going to come back to that idea there. Each of the 7 episodes highlights a different animal. Can you tell us about the animals you focus on?
Well, each episode focuses on a particular animal. So episode 1, bear, would be considered Bear Nation. And so each episode focuses on actually multiple stories, usually a primary bear story on one part of the country and then following it up somewhere else. And the same happens with each animal. So we try and get different perspectives from different communities surrounding each animal.
It looks like you got to travel to some amazing places. Can you tell us a bit about the places you traveled to and the people who you met while making the show?
Oh, well, the show is coast to coast, left to right, top to bottom, Arctic down into the States, BC to Labrador, you know, covering a wide range of people, all kinds of amazing communities, Mi'kmaq, PEI, and Tunara out on the west coast, and then of course the Innu in northern Quebec. I mean, we're all over the place dealing with different animals and people and activities and approaches to animal conservation. It's really been an amazing experience.
Jesse, as we mentioned, Animal Nation kicks off here on APTN on January 8th. What do you hope viewers take away from this show?
Well, I'm hoping that they'll see all of the amazing activities and find a little closer understanding, a little bigger piece of, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to start that over again. I'm hoping that people will see the inspiration and develop a closer understanding with the relationship to the land and the animals and the impacts that humans have had on the animals and the environment they're in, because, you know, there's so many complicated issues in the world and so many different aspects to it that, you know, any little action, any little activity made either by individuals or communities can have an enormous impact. And that's what we learn from all these grassroots people and organizations all over Canada.
Good stuff, Jesse, and I understand Tattoo Cardinal has just been announced as the narrator for the show, so
yes.
It's going to be exciting. Congrats again to you. Appreciate you taking some time to talk to us about it.
Oh, well, thank you so much. You know, working with Tattoo, having a celebrity like that was an amazing get. So thank you so much for APTN and all their support. It's been a real privilege of an experience.
I'm about to join the Bear Nation this holiday season and hibernate. And that's all the time we have for this Monday, December 22nd. Join us again at 6 p.m. Eastern to see what's going on throughout the nation today. I'm Tiara Wheatley. It's been a pleasure to be here with you. Mino puna penu. From all of us to all of you, egase, gitam, gegawapamitinano.